It's Week 7 of the NFL. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC East rivals. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. A little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing here, Howell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 9 carries, 84 yards. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Howell. Out left to Dotson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This is caught by Hilton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Al down to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former #2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants offense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Jones. Throwing middle, and it's complete. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. His throw's going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
The Giants now going to take over late in this 1st half.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Commanders. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jones. A final shot before break.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before break. Jones.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our friend Alan Roach can't wait for this one. The Niners and Vikings from Minnesota at 8:15 Eastern Time. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
Slide for the PAT.
And that makes it 14-10. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped him. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over.
They lead things here as they start 1st and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point from the 38 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Gibson again.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Here's Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And it's caught.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion left goes Jones. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Go Cutter! Go Cutter! Go Cutter! Go Cutter!
Operating from the gun, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw, Jones. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Back to throw. Jones looking middle, and that's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw again on second down. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll run it. This is James Robinson, and he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Second down, Howell now. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Sly able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now Jones and the Giants down by 6. 1:45 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One movement, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Jones. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw is Jones.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field.